Hello all, and welcome to this, and I'm just going to do a quick rundown of the stuff I've been watching while I have not been in New York / New Jersey. I have been watching as much stuff as I can from WrestleMania weekend, so I thought I would just kind of go over that stuff that I've been watching. I planned on watching as much stuff as I could. I've really only missed one thing that I probably could have watched, and apparently I did a right thing about missing that. But my whole idea was just I wasn't there and watching everything, so I would just watch as much stuff as I could and see how it went. The first thing I saw was, or the first thing I was going to do on Friday was I was actually going to watch the Evolve show, and even though I was kind of torn about it because it's an Evolve show. I've only really, I haven't, I don't think I've seen anything but the first Evolve show, and it really didn't do that much for me. The second, and the other thing is that it was a Gabe booked tournament, and I very seldom like Gabe booked tournaments unless there is snow on the ground and there's some sort of wacky thing and he books a tournament out of just booking it really quick, not really overthinking it, and that works. But so I was going to order it, had a slight emergency pop up yesterday and wasn't able to watch it. Apparently the feed was horrible, so yeah, I lucked out there. But I did watch the ROH show, and the ROH show was awesome. So yes, surprise, surprise, I'd say that an ROH show was awesome. They did have, the stream was excellent up until they had 1.5 minute, 2 minute hiccup, which happened to be at the end of the match when the match ended, and so didn't get to see the pinfall, didn't get to see the actual championship change hands, didn't get to see the aftermath with everybody coming into the ring and all of that stuff. They did put the replay up like an hour later, so I went back and watched it really quick. So yeah, but anyways, let's get started. You had ACH and Tadarius Thomas taking on QT Marshall with a mystery partner, which turned out to be Artie Evans. And this was pretty good. Nothing horrible, nothing great either. QT Marshall was probably the weakest link on here, not Artie Evans, because Artie Evans is awesome. Yes, so yeah, that was that. So nothing bad about that. Then we got Shelton Benjamin coming out. He's supposed to take on Charlie Haas, who retired, i.e. got fired. And they did a little short promo thing with him, and then Mike Bennett made his triumphant return, and he came back with Maria and got a huge pop, and the fans were going crazy. And then Mike Bennett, like that, got them to turn on him, and it was greatness. And this is why Mike Bennett is great, is because he is able to do that. He's able to turn them like that. They had a little match. Wasn't bad. I wouldn't say it was good, but it wasn't bad either. I enjoyed it, so it was pretty. It was kind of what you would wasn't a ROH match. It was definitely more of a WWE style match, but that was fine, particularly coming off of the match before. So no problem there. Then we had Jay Lethal taking on Michael Elgin. This was awesome, no question. This was some good stuff. Michael Elgin won, gets a future title shot. Will be interesting to see how that plays out. Lots of good reversals, very similar to Elgin and Davey from last year. So there we go. Went to intermission, came back, and we got Scum taking on the ROH guys. You had Jimmy Jacobs, Rhett Titus, Jimmy Rave, Cliff Compton, Rhino versus BJ Whitmer, Caprice Coleman, Cedric Alexander, Mike Mondo, and Mark Briscoe. This was craziness, is what this was. It was more to set up the whole, to do more of the Scum storyline. It was fine. For what it was, served its purpose, and so I was fine with that. Did start off very chaotic, wild brawl type thing, and through this we got rid of Caleb Seltzer on commentary, and Nigel came and joined us, so that was a very good thing. Next we had Roderick Strong versus Carl Anderson. This was really good, stiff match. Kind of a power match. Really enjoyed it. Can't wait. I haven't read the spoilers yet, so I'm not sure exactly what happened, but I can't wait for Carl Anderson taking on Michael Elgin. I really wanted to see that match, so we will see how that goes. Then we had the TV title match with Matt Taven, Adam Cole, and Matt Hardy. This was pretty good. Had some funny spots in it. Scarlett doing a lap dance to Nigel kind of stole the show for a little bit, but was an entertaining match, and that's out of this, and the ending was actually pretty good. So not a not the best match on the card, but it may have been the worst. It was either this or the 8-man, but that's not really saying much, as there was really nothing bad on this card. Then we had Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish taking on the American Wolves. This was greatness. This was something to see. Truly enjoyed it, and yeah, really, 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 really liked it. So there you go. Then we had the main event, Kevin Steen versus Jay Briscoe. During the intermission, they played a bunch of video package. They played a video package where it showed all of Jay Briscoe's um, former ROH title matches where he all lost, and I thought, I wonder if they're going to give him the title, because they're really, really building this up, which they did. Like I said, the pay-per-view, the iPay-per-view stream failed at the end of this, and so if you were watching on iPay-per-view, you didn't get to see the ending, which sucks. Not gonna lie about that. But it was like 2 minutes. It came back. You got to see the celebration. An hour later, I think it was about an hour later, they had everything. They had the show up, so you could watch the end of it. Everyone I talked to that was there live, it was an awesome moment. They got to see a title change. I don't exactly know what they're going to do with Jay Briscoe as champion. That will be interesting to see, but I guess we will find out. Maybe Adam Cole will beat him at the next pay-per-view. Who knows? And then Michael Elgin will beat them. I don't know. I'm not big on them hot potatoing the title, but it was a cool moment. It was pretty awesome. Jay Briscoe got on the mic and said, can we get some, give me back my bullets to play while they all celebrated. And as soon as they started playing it, of course, the pay-per-view shut off because they don't want to pay the money to play that. But very good pay-per-view. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Really liked it. So that's definitely something I would say go out of your way to see, because it was really, really, really good. Then after that, I watched the Kaiju Big Battle show, which I won't go too much in depth with, but I did enjoy it. I did enjoy watching it. I thought it was enjoyable, which is what you want out of a kaiju show. I thought it was fun, and if you don't like seeing guys in monster suits beating each other up and slamming each other on paper buildings, then you might not like it. But I enjoyed it. It was stupid fun. So there you go. And then today, woke up, had some stuff I had to do this morning. Because of that, I didn't get back in time to see originally the Shimmer, all of the Shimmer show, but I had planned on watching it. This Saturday was the day that I was most upset about really not going to WrestleMania because of all the WrestleCon stuff. And from just talking to everyone, it sounded like it was a lot of fun. And so that is one thing I'm kind of sorry I missed out on. But I don't know if it was worth going just for that. Maybe. We'll find out. Well, I will apparently find out here later. More on that when it happens. But anyways, they started off with Awesome Kong having an open challenge, and him came out, and this was awesome. Very, very fun. Kong just killing people, and this was a really good opener. Kind of got the crowd into it. There was a lot of people at this. I would say this Saturday show that the WrestleCon shows had a lot of people at them. So to that extent, hopefully they do this again. I don't know how well they're going to be able to do it in New Orleans, but hopefully they do something similar, because it was definitely worth it. Then we had Cherry Bomb and Kimberly taking on Vita Scott and Shazam Kinsey, and this was okay. It was enjoyable. It wasn't anything horrible, I would say. I kind of liked it. It was pretty good. Then we had Rhea O'Reilly, Calamity, Christy Von Airy, who I've seen Christy Von Airy live and in person, and IPV does not do her justice, folks. I'm just saying, does not do her justice. Yamagata versus Evie, and this was pretty enjoyable. Your basic, multi-person match. People hitting a bunch of spots, people doing their stuff. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Didn't really upset me too much. Kind of went about 10 minutes, I think. I want to say, uh, a lot of fun. That was a fun match. Then we had Mercedes Martinez versus Yami Kuhura, I think is how you say her name, who was retiring, and I believe this was, yes, was retiring, and this was really, 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 really good. I enjoyed this. This was if you want to see good women's wrestling and not divas wrestling, you need to go see this match. It was the stuff. We had Jessica Havoc, uh, Sassy Stephanie, Nevada taking on Serena Deeb, who looks a bit different now, Leva Bates, and Allison Danger. It's what you expect. Good stuff. You know. And then we had Jessie McKay taking on Madison Eagles. Another really good match, I would say. You had the tag team championship match, which LuFisto did an insane moonsault. Looked like she killed herself. She didn't. And yeah, it was just insanity. Insanity. It was an elimination match. So you had the Canadian Ninjas, Maid of Sin, and LuFisto and Kana, Kelly's Skater, and Takama Nakawaga. Sorry, I don't know who half these people are, but I enjoyed this. This was insane. And thoroughly, 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 thoroughly enjoyed this match. This was insane. Then we had Athena versus Hamada. Yeah, this was good stuff too. And then we had the steel cage match. It was a little short, but did enjoy it. Cheerleader Melissa won. Cheerleader Melissa, who in TNA's glory decided that they would cover up. Brilliance. But thoroughly enjoyed this as well. This was a really good show. If you've never seen a SHIMMER show, this would be a good show to check out if you wanted to see it. If you just want to see some women's wrestling. So there was that. I was glad. This was a show I definitely would have gone to. For Saturday, what I had planned, if I had gone, would have been WrestleCon, SHIMMER, Chikara. Probably would not have gone to either of the Dragon Gate shows, though I did watch the Dragon Gate show tonight. And gone to the Hall of Fame, and then maybe done $5 wrestling, and then, as you will see later when I do my review, do New Japan. So yeah, there we go there. But then tonight I did the Dragon Gate show, which I haven't seen a Dragon Gate show in, can't remember the last time I saw a Dragon Gate show. But to be honestly cannot remember the last time I saw a Dragon Gate show. So usually, because the ones I would want to see are WrestleMania weekend, and so I just don't, yeah. But anyways, let's get started. We started with Brian Kendrick versus Rick Swann. The stream kind of froze here, and so you couldn't really see a lot, but it was what it was. We got to see the end of it. It looked like it was pretty good. I would imagine it was probably pretty good. So there you go. Then we got a 6-way freestyle match. Chuck Taylor, Eric Cannon, Jigsaw, Tony Nese, Fire Ant, and Shane Strickland. This was really, really good. It was a lot of fun, as you would expect with these guys. A lot of good moves. Um, very, very good stuff. Then we got Derek Rice versus Scott Reed. This sucked. Not gonna lie, did not enjoy it. We got Caleb Conley coming out and doing a really bad promo. This was not fun. Then after that, we had more non-fun. We had John Davis versus Trent. This went on way too long. Had a non-finish where John Davis got disqualified for doing too many headbutts in the corner. And I mean, this match went for like 10, 15 minutes. I mean, it went way too long. A lot of the matches on the show went way too long. It was a 4.5-hour show. And before anyone says, oh, but didn't they have an intermission? Yes, they had an intermission. They had a 10-minute intermission. And I timed it. It was 10 minutes intermission. Maybe 12, but it was not that long of an intermission. And 4.5-hour show. No reason to have a 4.5-hour show. I'm sorry. This ended after midnight on the East Coast, so yeah. But yeah, that was no fun. Then we had the Super Smash Brothers taking on Ida and Tomahawk from Dragon Gate proper. This was pretty good. This was really good. The match really picked up near the end. It was kind of just not that it was there, but it was just a good match. And then the last like 2 minutes, it like skyrocketed with kind of the spots they were hitting. So that was a lot of fun. Then we had Tozawa taking on Ricochet. This was awesome. Not gonna lie, Ricochet did his awesome stuff. Tozawa was being awesome. This was just awesome. That's all I'm gonna say. This was awesome. Then we had Sami Callihan taking on Uwe Nation, and this was okay. The fans really weren't into it. I think they were getting tired by this time. This was the first match back from intermission. It was more of a power match, so it wasn't something you would normally see in Dragon Gate, but it just kind of just was there. It was just kind of there, to be honest. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. Then we had the first title match. We had SEMA and AR Fox taking on the Young Bucks. This was really good to great. I think it really depends on what you think of Young Bucks matches, but a lot of fun. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Just some awesome stuff happened in that match. And then we had the title match, Johnny Gargano taking on Shingo. It's a Shingo match. It was fucking awesome. That's all you need to know. The ending kind of sucked, not gonna lie. Kind of a shit ending, but didn't hurt the match that much. Another great. This or the Ring of Honor show are definitely the two best shows so far of the weekend. If you just want to just judge the wrestling, this would be. But this is a really long show. It's 4 hours. Like I said, 4.5-hour show. Ring of Honor show is 3 hours and I think just under 4 hours. And so I think it really just depends on what you like and that sort of thing. They're pretty close shows. Might give this the edge just because it does have a lot of great wrestling on it, even though a lot of the stuff just goes on and on and on. But like I said, it just kind of depends on what you like. But anyways, that's pretty much what I've watched today, and it was all really good. Enjoyed all of it. Have really not had much to complain about. So there we go. New Japan, while I'm doing this, will probably start in the next 2.5 hours, and then I will put up a review of that if I'm not dead tired after watching it. I do plan on staying up and watching it. Took a nice 3-hour nap this afternoon in preparation because that show looks amazing, and yeah. So anyways, with that, I'm out. I hope everyone that is at WrestleMania has had a wonderful time. Wish I could have been there. Just there's no way I could this year. Definitely will be there last year. I can drive to it next year, and hopefully WrestleCon or something like WrestleCon happens in New Orleans. I think it is a good idea. There's definitely way too much stuff going on this year. There's no question about it. I mean, you had I just talked about the stuff that I would be interesting. I didn't talk about all of the other stuff. I didn't even talk about the Chikara show, which I would have gone to that wasn't on the iPay-per-view. that was there, who, they had Jushin Thunder Liger, which, if I had known Liger was going to be on that show, man, I may have gone. I might not have gone to WrestleMania, but I may have. I don't know. I may have gone. Yeah, but I kind of got the feeling that was kind of a last minute thing since he was in town. But yeah. Anyways, with that, I am out. Talk to you guys soon. All right.